Hello, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome. Hope everybody's doing very well and having a wonderful, wonderful day. Before we commence, you can find the links to my private group and Patreon down below. There you will find basically within all the market updates that I think are relevant, occasional trades, the millionaire spreadsheet, which basically gives you several different coins with exact entries where you need to buy and exact exits where you need to sell, the whole dollar cost averaging and diversifying strategy. And you also got the $99 tier and other tiers where you basically have the course and riskier coins that can deliver 50 to 100x profits. Today, I would like to talk to you about the upcoming Ripple settlement, right? So one of the main things that right now people are DMing me about is the potential settlement on the 15th of December. Let's see. What do I have to say about that? I don't think that there's going to be any kind of settlement on 15th of December. I think it's just once again nonsense and hype. And just because Charles Hoskins mentioned it, I don't think it makes it any more relevant. I'm pretty sure I probably read it somewhere on Reddit. Maybe I'm wrong, of course, with all due respect to Charles. He made great profits for me with Cardano ADA, so I have nothing but gratitude. I'm just saying, just because somebody on the internet says something, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. How many dates have we had in the past where people build up this hype, had these expectations, and nothing ever happened? How many narrative settlement dates have we had in the past? Probably 20, 30 by now. So I don't think any kind of settlement is going to happen 15th of December. Of course, I may be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure. If I had to bet, I'd bet that it's not happening. Also, the other thing that I would like to inquire: why is it that people are so obsessed with the Ripple settlement? Right? When is it going to happen? Like the thing is, even if they settle in the bear market, nothing grand is going to happen. Like the majority of people still won't sell because if you think that after there's some kind of settlement that Ripple is going to flip the switch and all the pieces are going to come together and London is going to be ready and all this regular nonsense basically for children. If you think that's going to happen and you're going to wake up to the XRP being on $100 or $200 or higher, that is not going to happen either. I guarantee you that. That is definitely not happening. What can happen, of course, is some kind of unsustainable pump with like XRP going live in 2018, where it pumped like 210%, then crashed and went to new lows, and altogether XRP crashed 97% in that cycle. So yeah, I don't exactly know what is it that people are hoping for. And then again, if you think just because of settlement, the utility is going to kick in, what kind of utility are you referring to? Because back in 2017, 2018, XRP was trading at roughly $4, exactly $3.84, and there was a lot less contracts, a lot less banks engaged in using XRP for international money transfers, so a lot less utility. Yet the price was much higher. And now we have a lot more utility, a lot more banks, and using XRP for international money transfers, and the excuse me, the price is 90% lower. So exactly why do you think that this kind of utility is going to affect the price, right? When it just factually, I just showed you with facts just now that there's more utility and the price is much lower. Hello, XRP Belgium. How are you doing, my friend? Justin Booth, hello. If you're if you're here, my friends, please kind of say hi so I know that you're all here. So yes, that's pretty much what I have to say. XRP and a Ripple settlement. I would say stop obsessing about it so much. XRP is a great coin to diversify and dollar cost averaged into, but it's not good to be an XRP maximalist or a Bitcoin maximalist or any other altcoin maximalist. Just don't be a maximalist of any coin. Always diversify and give yourself options. For example, if I had been only an XRP maximalist in the last cycle and did nothing but invest in XRP, I would not have done very well. But the fact that, I've been saying since 2017, 2016, diversify, give yourself options, make sure you buy different coins with different narratives. That's exactly why I did well, because BNB pumped 100x, VT pumped EDX, and many other coins pumped 30 and 40x. Yeah, XRP gave a decent pump, but I mean, it was actually very bad for an alt because it pumped as hard as Bitcoin, which is the most boring coin of all in terms of returns. And Ethereum that was above it, in the coin market cap by rank pumped nearly 5,000%. And so historically, what it was supposed to do, it was supposed to pump roughly 3 times harder than Ethereum. And Ethereum was supposed to pump roughly 3 times harder than Bitcoin. And that's exactly what Ethereum did. So Bitcoin pumped roughly 2,000%, Ethereum pumped roughly 5,000%, so nearly 6,000. So this is roughly nearly 3 times more. And XRP was supposed to, if you look at the charts and look what's happened before, it was supposed to pump 3 times harder. But unfortunately, because the SEC went after XRP and it was delisted, and people were afraid to buy because there was a thunder cloud hanging over the XRP community's head. People do not want to buy it, right? Of course, also the one thing about the settlement, we never know how it's going to end. Maybe it's going to end very well, and ideally hope it ends very well, because that would be very good for our entire XRP community, and not only the XRP community, but the entire crypto space, because then basically the SEC would be forced to play by a certain rule book, and they would have to abide by it. So I really hope that Ripple win. Just don't know if they will win. You have these, again, XRP maximalists who are so adamant on Ripple winning, as if they have some kind of insider knowledge. And once again, these puzzles and teddy bears is just huge nonsense. As an adult, it is our responsibility literally to never listen to stuff like that. The moment I see it, I block it, and I mute it. I make sure that I don't even see that nonsense. Let's talk about the market in general, right? So if you've been on my Patreon, you know that basically these observations I've been making about in accordance to the stock market and the indexes, like the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. Just yesterday, we basically dissected the S&P 500, and there you will see that once again, I'm not going to disclose all the information because people pay for this information, and if you want to join, once again, the link is down below. But I'll just say this, that looking at historical statistics and looking at the charts historically, there's potential for a lot more downside. That being said, in accordance with my strategy, I have started diversifying and dollar cost averaging upon new lows with equal amounts of money, and I stick to my plan, and I stick to buying the coins that I've chosen to pick. I picked those coins also for a reason. So, make sure that you give yourself options, guys. There's no reason to obsess about XRP settlement. The reason why you obsess about it, let's be honest, is because you're invested too much into one coin, and now you're hoping that a miracle is going to happen. Perhaps it will, perhaps it won't. If it will, wonderful. You have XRP, but what if you're wrong, and what if there is no miracle, right? You got to think about, you can't just concentrate on winning. You also got to think of not losing. And the only way to do that effectively is to make sure that you diversify and give yourself other options. You can't go all in on anything in any financial or speculative market. It's not just because XRP is like that, or it's not just because, I don't know, some stock is like that. Sure, you might bet on the right horse and come out winner, but they're currently roughly $20,000 in coin market cap. What are the odds that you're going to pick that one special coin that's going to change your life? I would say statistically they're not very high. So you have to make sure that you maximize your chances of maximizing your profits. Esprit Belgium, I have to go to my work, brother. Keep us posted in your spreadsheet. And many thanks. Absolutely, my friend. Of course, the updates will always be there. Sam got arrested today. Yes, I've heard. Sam got arrested. Yeah, I mean, of course, that's good. That's good. Sam should be arrested. He's a huge fraud. But I'm so tired of hearing about Sam and FTX. With all due respect, please, let's just brush it aside, my friends. I'm just so tired of that subject. Excited for casino coin. I think 2023 will be the year. RC, why do you think that 2023 will be the year? I personally do not think that 2023 will be the year for crypto. But let me know why you think that. The reason why I don't think that, I actually have statistical data, technical analysis, historic data, structural, basically graphs, trends to back up why I think that 2023 will not be anything grand. Gary Barnett, hello there, my friend. It's good to have a Patreon member here. So yeah, my friends, don't just stop concentrating on XRP so much. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Stop obsessing about XRP. XRP by now is just another altcoin, right? And yes, it can do very well in the future, or potentially it might not do so well in the future. We're not fortune tellers. We can't foretell what's going to happen. If I knew what coin is going to deliver the biggest gains in the next bull market, I would take my entire stash and just bet on that and use 100x leverage to retire for life. That's, by the way, one other thing. I never use leverage. I'm just saying if we could know things for certain with certainty, right? But we don't know anything with certainty. And that being the case, since we're human beings, the only way what we can do is to make sure that we have a great method and strategy that is that allows us to play the market as safely as possible and in a way that will make the most profits. And that's exactly what I've done with my strategy. It's been taking me years to come up with a strategy and make it more or less perfect, but of course it will evolve with time and get better. But I've been in, like I said, I've been in the financial market, starting with stocks and penny stocks and crypto for nearly a decade now. And in crypto, I've been since 2016, right? And I've been doing basically what I've been doing for the last two cycles, and it's changed my life a lot. I've finally achieved financial freedom, and I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. And so right now is just like the last cycle for me, and I'm using the same strategy once again. And oh boy, once this cycle is done, I'm retiring, and I'm retiring well for life. And I mean, I'm already retired, but I mean, retire properly, when you really don't have to count your money. That's like my goal right now. You don't have to count your money, where you can go and buy a Bugatti if you want to buy a Bugatti, where you can charter jets, private jets, wherever you go, yachts, fly around the world and do that for the rest of your life. That's my goal right now. That's what I'm looking to achieve. Um, Other than that, yes, my friends, on Patreon, we're going to do another one, and we're going to do another analysis. I'm going to basically dive into NASDAQ also, and then we're going to do this thing, because there's once again this narrative starting. Uh, um, like, I'm not sure where these narratives comes from, but I think these narratives come from, somebody watches something like a popular video on YouTube or something, and then people believe that that's it, that's the case because they saw something in the YouTube video, right? But basically now there's this thing that people keep DMing me about, and my patrons reach out to me about saying that the stock market and crypto have decoupled, and that has never happened before, right? Uh, I'm going to show you that this is not the case. That this is, in fact, that stocks and crypto have decoupled before, and this is nothing new. So once again, this narrative, if you're hearing that you should be afraid because for the first time something new has happened and this time is different, that is not the case. All you have to do is do your research, study the charts, and I'm going to show you that there was a long extending period when stocks and crypto had decoupled. Once again, nothing new happening. People keep trying to add this thing, bring it off as if like something new is happening to crypto. Absolutely nothing new is happening to crypto. The same thing that has always been happening. Like I said, different actors, different events, different fear narratives, different hype narratives, but it's all the same in the end. The reason why it's all the same in the end is because it's all emotions. And what it pretty much is that once we crash really hard in the 75 to 99% range from the highs, there are always these depressing narratives and the word recession and the Great Depressions everywhere, and it's all over, and this time is different. So a lot of people, unfortunately, do not accumulate in the macro accumulation phase when they should be accumulating. And then when we pump really hard and we have these huge pumps, all of a sudden there's hype everywhere, and people saying that utility and institutional adoptions will not let it crash this time. This time is once again different. And I try to teach people is like pretty much the simplest things, like, you wait for roughly 40% of the time for the market to crash, you accumulate for 10%, you wait for 40% for the market to pump, then you sell for 10%. It's actually very straightforward and very simple, but the main thing that people have is, and what I had, and I understand it completely, I'm not blaming anyone, but the more you mature as an investor, you'll understand what I mean. You just need to have the emotional capacity and a lot of patience, and you need to make sure you don't do anything that does not follow your plan, right? Which is exactly why I have the millionaire spreadsheet that I keep talking about. It's on the link down below my Patreon. You can join and download it for only literally $5. So there's a reason why I wrote down the whole plan. There's a reason why I put that plan together. There's my thinking behind the plan, which is my strategy, basically, and I wrote it down to make sure that I follow the plan, because very often what happens to you in crypto or any other financial speculative market is, like, for example, let's say you told yourself, I'm going to buy, I don't know, some altcoin when it's down 80%. And then it finally crashes 80%. And you're like, no, now I want it to crash 90%. And okay, maybe it crashed 90%. You finally got in. And then you're like, and now my second entry is going to be when it crashes 95%. And then it never crashes 95%. And you didn't follow the plan. So now that you didn't invest as much as you wanted to invest, obviously you're not going to make as much as you wanted to make. Well, what do you do then as an emotional human being? You FOMO when everything starts pumping because you feel like you're missing out. So what happened is you didn't follow the plan and you're screwed up. Now you're going to believe in huge moon targets because, excuse me, and you want to make the money that you were supposed to make initially, and the only way you can do that is watch, moon boys who are telling you that prices are going to go to the moon. They never do. You never sell, so you never really make profits. So it's very important to have the written out plan that you follow, no matter what happens. If there's I don't know, a bomb going off right next to you, like you follow the plan like a robot, no emotions. You do what it says. You follow it. You buy. You sell. You wait. The waiting part is the most difficult one because, like I said, it's like 80% of the time you're waiting. You're waiting either for the market to crash to start dollar cost averaging and diversifying, or you're waiting for the market to pump to start laddering out and setting trailing stop losses. It's a waiting game, pretty much. Like I said, it's like a sniper. It's like a sniper. You have to wait, 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 and then take your shot. CC Charlie, hello, my friend. Gary Barnett, Reb, you are to crypto as Gary Kasparov is to chess. Oh, thank you so much. That's so very nice of you, my friend. Thank you very much. Curly, been following since 2018. I'd be very sad to see you leave Twitter when you retire. Well, Curly, like I said, I am retired already, and I don't think I'll ever leave crypto Twitter just because I like crypto so much, and I seriously have built like a very nice and emotional connections with a lot of like friends that I've known since 2016, 2017, and some new ones from 2020 and 2021. So I think I really hope I'm going to be socializing with these people for the rest of my life, and like I don't think, once the cycle's over, I'm never going to like fully retire because I'm definitely not the kind of human being who can't just sit there and do nothing. What I'm referring to is basically, I guess, my wishes will be fulfilled to the fullest. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, yeah, of course, I'm in a position where I can go and buy a Lamborghini right now if I want to, or two or three or whatever, right? But it's very silly because despite having made very good money, I still don't have that kind of money. So it's much more important to make sure that I keep investing. And instead of buying a Lamborghini for $500,000, $600,000, it's much better to invest this money. So in the future, with my strategy, I believe there's going to be millions and millions and millions. And so then I can go and buy myself a Bugatti without caring, or I can buy a Lamborghini feeling like it's just like a small bite and not really care about the price. So it's very tempting, and I'm often very tempted to go and buy silly things like I very often also, for example, want to go and buy a Rolex or something, but I still got my Apple Watch. Like if you follow me in the past, I had luxury watches, but I'm not doing it because it's so disciplined. Like I've been there before, when you just buy one luxury item and then you want to buy a second one and third one, and then you just start squandering money away on this nonsense, and then before you know it, a lot of money is gone. So I make sure that I stay disciplined. Yeah, I do whatever I want, in life. Like, for example, if I want to fly first class, I'll fly first class. Although I think it's, once again, not worth the money. You pay like $15,000 for one flight. So if I want to, I'll fly business. If I want to, I'll take 3 economy seats. If I want to, grab a cab, I always take like some kind of luxury cab. I do what I want. Like I pretty much buy and do what I want, and it's a fantastic feeling. But it's not where I want to be. I have a goal of making tens of millions of dollars, and I'm pretty sure that this cycle I'll get there. Sorry, Sam, what do you think the judgment will be for the SEC versus Ripple case? Will XRP get clarity or be deemed security? There's absolutely no way I could possibly answer that, my friend. I'm not a lawyer. I have, I really don't know. When you look at, like, you have to be a pro in this, right? You have to be a pro before giving some kind of opinion. So I have no idea whether or not they will win or not. I just really hope they will win, because it will not only be great for the XRP community, but it will also be great for the entire crypto community. It will be a huge win for the crypto system altogether, So make sure, anyway, guys, make sure, as always, the message is very simple. We take away emotions. Even if somebody's telling us something, regurgitating some kind of narrative and whatnot, our mission is always to double check that narrative. Make sure that we're not getting some kind of misinformation. Just like I said, for example, about the decoupling of stocks and crypto that has happened before. There were many other narratives that we'll talk about on Patreon that are not factual. Like one of them also is that right now we're having the worst bear market in history for Bitcoin, which is in fact not true. So far has been in fact the smallest crash. Right, we have to be aware of these things. Because the mental game is very important. We have to make sure that we're not scared to buy when it's time to buy, and we have to make sure that we don't feel left out, and sell when it's time to sell. So diversify. Dollar cost average with equal amounts of money upon new lows. Uh, Maximize your chances of success and maximize your chances of getting that 50 to 100x or 20 or 30x. Make sure that you are playing it safely, and maybe a portion of your portfolio, like 10 or 20%, can be a little bit riskier. If you don't know what I'm referring to and you don't know what to do, once again, the link to my Patreon private group is down below. You got the safe play, which is basically the majority of my money, the millionaire spreadsheet, and then this much smaller portion of my portfolio is in these in the $99 tier that you can join with riskier coins that can deliver 50 to 100x profits. But even the way I play that is the safest way you can play mood bags, basically, if you will. Also, the link to my Twitter is down below. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, guys, go ahead and follow. Global blockchain advantage, negative perspective always. I mean, that's, with all due respect, my friend, that's your view. I'm actually a very positive person, and I don't have negative. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to sit here and tell you fairy tales and puzzles, and we're not going to be wearing funny clown hats, and dissecting riddles. I give factual information, and what I do works. What I do makes people money. It makes me money. And if you call reality negative, well, then enjoy the riddles. But if you're here to make money, then perhaps embrace a little bit of reality. The king is coming. Hello, Rob. Your top three coins. Thank you. I don't really have top three coins. Like I said, I don't believe that that you should invest more than 10% of your portfolio in any coin. I do have coins that I've picked that I invest in the dollar cost average and diversify it. And once again, they're down below in the link down below in Patreon. I don't have top three favorite coins, and anything can happen in the crypto space. Literally, like I said, maybe thousands of alts will get sued by the SEC in some kind of RICO case, and a lot of alts are going to die down, which is going to really pump Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to go crazy. Or maybe Bitcoin will get flipped by 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 alts and die finally and not pump well at all. You never know this stuff, right? Maybe utility coins will be a new thing next cycle. Maybe meme coins once again will be the thing. Maybe gaming coins. We don't know these things. That's why, once again, we should not favor one coin over another. Alex Perez, when do you think the next bull run will kick off? I'm a patron. Maybe you can guide me on where to search. Absolutely, my friend. Go to the post, scroll down. You won't have to scroll down that much. And Jesus Christ, I don't remember what the name of the post is, but basically, I believe if you go through the first 15 posts from the top, you'll definitely find what you're looking for. I've actually mentioned it in several different posts. When do I think more or less the bull market will begin, and what to expect? But of course, this is another thing that many people in the markets, they want exact dates. They want exact information. I never work like that. I've never will, because that's exactly how you get screwed over. Rough estimates has always done it for me and always will. For example, to me, it really doesn't matter if I buy a coin after an 80% crash or an 87% crash. I'll buy there and there. It really doesn't matter to me if the cycle will last 4 years or 6 years. It really doesn't matter to me, because it's years either way, is great interest either way, and it really doesn't matter to me if the coin is up 1,000% or 1,500%. I'm going to sell there and there because it's up a great deal again. Transformer UK used to be an XRP maxi, Rob. Absolutely complete and utter BS. I never used to be a XRP maxi. It used to be my favorite coin. And this is exactly what I learned in this cycle, to make sure that I never have a favorite coin. But from day one, and why the XRP community actually hated me at one point was because I kept reiterating that XRP is going to 15 cents when it was at $3 and maybe lower. and that you should diversify and invest in other coins. You probably just saw what you wanted to see. I was screaming at the top of my lungs that I'm buying BNB below $5, and I think it's going to go to $500. Nobody was listening to that. Everybody was concentrating on XRP. I was once again talking about many other coins, even Bitcoin and Ethereum. The fact that I was saying you should diversify into those two because Brad Garlinghouse is even diversified. Nobody wanted to listen to that. XRP maxis hear what they want to hear. Greg, I just answered that, my friend. Please rewatch the video early on. There's no way basically knowing that. There's no way knowing that. Are you into XDC? Well, I'll say about that is basically it's one of those coins that you can diversify and dollar cost average into. At you know, that's pretty much all I'll say, my friend. So remember, guys, no maximalism, please, of any coin. Like I said, throughout the years, my strategy keeps evolving and getting better. There's absolutely no need that you need to make the same mistakes that I've made. And one thing I can tell you for sure is that you should never be a maximalist of any coin, and not just a maximalist of any coin. You should never favor one coin over another. No coin is special. No utility coin is special. No matter what you've been told, no matter how much research you have done, if they were special, like even XRP is a huge community, and I have a lot of great friends there, and I'm part of the XRP community to a certain degree. I'm just not a maximalist. Yeah, it pumped like crazy, but it also dumped 97%. Don't forget about that, So, like, where's the utility there? How can something with utility dump 97%? So, just remember that every single coin in crypto so far, until there is some kind of utility and it's not here in the cycle, it's not going to be here either. That means years down the road, it's not going to be here. That crypto is basically a pump and dump scheme, if you will, but which is a great thing for us. This is very good because otherwise we'll not be able to make insane amounts of money. It's the best market in the world where you basically, if you buy dollar cost average and diversify after massive crashes, you have potential to get in before everything flies really hard. And then your main mission is to sell before everything falls very hard. So the fact that there's this huge volatility is the reason why a little guy can come in with like $10,000 or $20,000 and make millions of dollars in 2 cycles. Alex Perez, one more bull cycle, right? Well, there's a market cycle. We're living this market cycle right now, and in this market cycle, there'll be a bullish phase. Yes, I call it the bullish phase and bull market to get the idea across. But once again, if you've been on Patreon for a while, you've been reading all the posts. I don't believe in bearish and bullish narratives. I just use that to explain my ideas. I work with percentages, right, and more or less rough time frames to see if they support the whole percentage theory. But for me, it's all about percentage gain and fall. It's all about percentages, right? But yes, to explain what I'm talking about, to get the idea across, yes, there will be a bullish phase and a bull market in this market cycle, just like there has been every single time. Yes, this is what I mean. You see, my friends, everybody's asking about the settlement and the 15th December settlement. Is that just a rumor? Fun kids, thank you once again for that question. This is what I mean. Everybody is so interested about the settlement, right? And I think this is one of the main reasons why people kept mentioning it and to get views and whatnot. Even like I said, I'll be doing this before I started making clickbait titles, and I'll be making clickbait thumbnails just to make sure that people open the videos and then hear what they need to hear. The truth basically and reality. But there's no way knowing that, my friend. Alex Perez, will this be the last one, sir? If you're referring to the market cycle and the bull market in the manner that we've had before, yes, I believe this will be the last one, probably. And then I believe that after that, we're going to have much more stagnant and boring market that is going to take years. And like to make something like 1,000% or 2,000% is probably going to take like a slow climb with dips here and there, which is going to last like a decade, maybe less. But yeah, definitely, I believe that cycles are going to be extended and the gains are going to be diminished. The gains are already being diminished now, and we don't know yet if market cycles are extending. We don't have enough data yet, and this market cycle will help us to determine that whether or not market cycles are extending. So yeah, my friends, remember, stop obsessing about XRP and Ripple. Start concentrating on that too much. Give yourself options. Diversify and dollar cost average for different coins with different narratives that solve basically different problems, if you will. Um, Dollar cost average with equal amounts of money. Do so only upon new lows and after huge crashes. And then you have to understand that temporarily you're going to be holding bags that are going to be at the loss. For example, back in the 2018 cycle, when I was buying Bitcoin, I was waiting for the crash for a long time, and then the crash finally came, and I started dollar cost averaging in roughly $6,800. And that entry, when Bitcoin dumped to $3,200, was down more than 50%. I think it was like 52 or 54%. And what did I do? I kept dollar cost averaging. I waited for my targets, followed the plan, the same plan that you see basically the millionaire spreadsheet. I just kept following the plan. And the same with oats. Some oats I bought after like 85% crashes, and then they crashed another 80%. Some of them. Can you imagine that? So my first entry was down like 80%. What did I do? I sucked it up because I understand how market cycles work. I understand how crypto works. I just waited for my targets, kept dollar cost averaging. Had brought down my average, waited a long time, coins pumped like crazy, made money. Some coins pumped, some did not. So this is another thing also you have to understand, that some of the coins in your portfolio are going to zero, some are going to pump well, and some are going to pump like crazy. And since we don't know which coin is going to do what, we have to diversify with equal amounts of money into every single coin without fearing one coin over another. Because I can definitely tell you, for example, when I was buying XRP and BNB, I never thought that BNB is going to give me 100x profit before XRP. I was sure that XRP is going to be the one, right? So that's the lesson I learned there also. Uh, you can just, for example, take $10,000 and invest them into, let's say, 10 coins, and one of them does 100x. That's it. You made $10,000 back, 90,000% profit. And no matter what happens to the nine coins, the other nine coins, you already made it. And let's be honest, several of those other coins are going to pump well too and give you great profits. So once again, you want. But if you're only into one coin, what if that one coin is the one that only pumps like 1,000 or 1,500%? And you're like sitting there hoping for much more, and that's why you don't sell. So you get screwed, and you're on the sidelines watching everybody make money, and you're not part of the party. So then you're emotional, you can't take it anymore. So you start doing is you start foaming and buying these coins after they already pumped hard enough, and then what happens next is everything starts dumping, and you lose the money. Which is why I'm saying dollar cost averaging, diversifying for different coins now lower and much lower in accordance with basically my millionaire spreadsheet. You can find the link down below. Yes, Alex Perez. Yes, my friend. Of course, it makes perfect sense. Otherwise, I would not be, I would not be talking about it. Of course, it makes sense. The only problem is that it's going to take you longer than it took me, because I believe that after this cycle, like the next one, will be extended and quite different, and you'll have to basically hold longer. But once again, we've yet to see that. We've yet to see this market cycle is going to give us enough data and information on the chart to see whether or not cycles truly are extending. Because if we once again get a roughly 4-year cycle, then we'll see that they're not in fact extending. But if we get something more like 5 or 6 years, yes, we'll finally have the theory, and the material behind to back that theory that cycles are indeed extending. We have to wait and see. One of the main things in speculative markets and crypto and financial markets, I keep saying, is patience, and lots and lots and lots of patience. For example, how long did we have to wait for some of the entries that we got lately, like roughly a year, to get these great entries? And God knows how much longer we're going to wait. We're going to have to wait for even better entries, and then we're going to have to wait a long time for all the unsustainable pumps and chop and all this boring stuff until we reach all-time highs and pump very well and start selling. So yeah, my friends, that's that. Thank you very much for finding the time to join and talk to me. I love these lives. I really love talking to you, and I really do appreciate the fact that you find your time to come and talk to me every single day. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I really, really appreciate it, my friends. Uh, Once again, yeah, if you want to join my private group and whatnot, the link is down below. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is down below. Please kind of put a like so this video goes up in the search engine and people really see what they need to see and hear what they need to hear, which is basically reality and which is basically how to make money in crypto instead of all the riddles and crazy stuff so that people keep losing money. Because let's be honest, since 2017 to now, riddlers have been doing nothing but losing people and themselves money. Love you very much. Appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye bye.